Hey everybody, my name is Abel Hernandez. I'm a friend of Salwa's. She had asked me to help her with a project about Hispanic minorities in the U.S. and she had a couple of questions that she wanted me to answer. So I'll go ahead and help you out as much as I can. So your first one says, "What do you think of Hispanics' political participation in the U.S.?" Being that I'm American-born Mexican, um, I feel like Hispanics don't participate enough in politics. They There needs to be more Hispanic leaders. There's a few prominent ones, but not too many. Um, I think that with the Obama administration, they've done a good job of getting the Hispanic community to go out and vote. So it's it's getting better. Your second question says, do they have influential positions in the U.S. government? Um, yeah, there was a few prominent ones. I forget. There's a judge. That's one, and a couple of congressmen and politicians, but again, not very many. There's not too many minorities in government in the U.S., so hopefully that changes soon. Um, do all Hispanic immigrants come to the U.S. for financial stability or to set roots in the U.S. and live there? I think a majority of them come here to work, save up money. It's like one American dollar is equal to 11 Mexican dollars, so a lot of them come here, make money, send money home, save money, and then go back home after a few years and live it up. And others come to get away from a lot of the cartel violence and stuff that goes on in Mexico. Some of them are coming here to move, looking for the American dream and better positions. So it's kind of 50-50. Some come here to stay, and some come here just to work. What do you think of the social positions of Hispanics in the U.S.? Um, I'm not quite sure what you meant by that one, but I think that Hispanics tend to have their own clothes culture. A lot of them do. They still keep their traditions that they brought from Mexico. But American Mexicans like me, we tend to be more social and get our culture out there. We don't live too much by the old customs and stuff. But I think right now, they're getting to where um, minorities like Hispanics are more accepted in the United States. So, say you would like to ask me about my role in media. Oh, wrong one. Let's see. I can find it real quick. Where'd that question go? All right. You said, are there any Hispanic radio stations, TV channels, and so on? Actually, yes. Cable stations here in America. They have a few of them. I know Telemundo is one, and I think Univision is the other. Probably the two main prominent Hispanic channels. They also have a lot of radio stations now. They reggaeton, which is like urban, kind of like rap, but it's in Spanish. It's one of the fastest growing type of radio stations in America. So the music and influence is becoming more dominant now as the number of Hispanics in America rises. So yeah, they've got TV shows, TV channels, radio programs, movies, magazines, all aimed at the Hispanic community. So it's pretty cool. Let's see. Um, you asked, as I read about Hispanics, I found that an important percentage of them are enrolled in most prestigious universities in the U.S. And what do you think of that? Um, I think that there's not enough Hispanics, or minorities in general, but especially Hispanics that are in the prestigious universities. A lot of us tend to be like skilled laborers. We don't go to college, so or they don't have to go to college to do that. They take a trade, get some certification. But I do think that we need more Hispanics in office. That they need to be, or in universities. That it's better for us as a community as a whole to have everybody going to universities, seeking higher education. Um, you said, do you think that Hispanics or Latinos have really succeeded to assimilate into the American community, or they have chosen to cling to their culture in terms of language and intermarriage? Again, I think that one's kind of 50-50. A lot, like myself being American born, second generation, my parents were also American born. Um, we fit in flawless. We don't carry the customs or, do a lot of the things that I was raised up doing at first. But some of them, when they get here, they don't assimilate. They tend to live in Hispanic neighborhoods and keep with the general morals and values and customs of the culture they live with. So it's about 50-50. It just depends. Um, how about intermarriage? Is the rate of intermarriage between Hispanics and non-Hispanics high or low? I don't know the statistics on it, but from my personal experience, there's a lot of intermarriages between like Hispanics and non-Hispanics. I myself have two children that are half white and one that is half Puerto Rican. So um, there's a lot there's a lot of mixed races in my family. So I don't think that the whole staying between Hispanics thing is too much anymore. Like a lot of people are more open to having interracial relationships. So it's more acceptable nowadays. Um, what is the influence of Hispanic culture on the American society? I read an article which engages in showing the influence of Hispanic minority on the American culture, but I need your opinion since it is based on your personal experience. Um, I think right now Latinos are at an all-time high as far as being accepted in American culture. A lot of Mexican restaurants are opening up again. They have music channels, TV programming, all geared toward the Latino audience. So I would say that um, a lot of the culture is reflected now back onto how we are as a whole. So we're pretty accepted in American culture now, and I have a lot of influence on it, especially food areas. um, let me read your next question. Um, Down a little bit. And your last question says, finally, I would love to thank you for your help. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so that was the last question. I know that wasn't too insightful. I didn't have any statistics on hand, but speaking from experience, I hope that helps you out a little bit. There's so much that we could talk about, but I only have time for a short video. So again, I hope this helps you with your project, and I hope it gives you a little insight into how Hispanics in America are now. And appreciate you showing some interest in our culture. Thank you.